Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Chant background. Boom. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting. Separating economic bonuses from visual customizations. More details. Previously, we described how visual customizations and economic bonuses would be separated from each other. But the large volume of the post, the complexity of the changes, and a lot of the details inevitably led to many questions. Indeed. We addressed many of them as accurately as possible at different times and on different sites, but it may be difficult to piece them all together for those who weren't aware. Therefore, in this post, we want to compile the answers to the most popular questions as well as announce a few small changes in the previously described design. We combined two previously published calculators and updated them and prepared a more convenient version of the conversion calculators of signals and camouflages to bonuses. Oh boy. Changes from the previous post. In co-op battles, the service cost has been further reduced. It will be 13.3% less than what it costs on the main server now. Increased the size of bonuses and added missing free XP bonuses to some camos and signals. Bonus to credits and standard permanent camos for tier 10 ships increased from 45 to 50. Okay. Credits and XP rewards for performing different actions have been non-linear since the game's release. The first action taken brought more rewards than subsequent actions, e.g. the first 10k damage dealt in a battle will earn you more than the next 10k damage you deal. I didn't actually know it worked like that. This made it easier to earn a base set of rewards and harder to earn more on top of that. With the release of this overhaul, we are increasing the amount that will be easier to get and slightly lowering the threshold from which it will be harder to get larger amounts. So for example, it will be easier to get 200,000 base credits, therefore before any modifiers applied on tier 10 ships. For comparison, using a tier 10 ships with permanent camos. Now on the main server, the post battle service cost is 90k credits and the credit income is increased by 20% thanks to the camo. In the new system, taking into account all the changes, the service cost will be 150k credits and the income will be increased by 50%. So, does this mean that if you're potato at tier 10, it's going to become more expensive? Isn't that a good thing? That's how I'm reading it. Because, I mean, right now, the issue is basically tier 10 is the vast majority of play is at tier 10. This isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. Like, this game is far too condensed at the upper end of tiers. People play basically only tier 10 super ships. That's the vast majority of gameplay. So, people no longer, like, in the start of the game, playing tier 10 and sucking used to cost you a lot. Like, it cost a lot to play tier 10. So if you sucked at tier 10, you had to go back on lower tiers and grind with premiums to be able to afford it. And then they made it more easier and easier and easier until we're at the current point where you can run in tier 10, die instantly and still make a profit. So I guess they're trying to bring it back a bit. That's not necessarily a bad thing at all. That, like, I kind of like that. The jingles poses a very important question though. Is this an actual 50% or the wargaming version of percentages that they apply to things like the Missouri? Exactly. That's a really good question. Because Missouri's benefit is, I think it's added after the calculation, so instead of adding it to the base. So, like, yeah, well, basically they're adding the percentage too late to the calculation, which limits how much benefit you actually gain from it. So it ended up being a credit nerf. I wonder if they're doing the same thing here. We'll find that out later. These two bonus even out at 200,000 base credits earned, with the new system being more effective if you earn more. Okay. With all the changes, you will receive on average the same amount of credits as before or even more. Example. Let's suppose the account has 250 equal speed Charlie signals. Let's assume that with the other signals it participates in the sets the following numbers of times. XP 50, Commander XP 80, for XP 100. Subtract these values from the total number of equal speed Charlies to get the number of bonuses of each type that will participate in further conversion. Wait, what? You're subtracting it? This will slightly reduce the number of bonuses received for those which remain after set's conversion, but will help to avoid... Wait, how does that work? With the other, it participates in the sets. It participates in the sets the following number of times. Okay, I'm having a Pepega moment. I don't really understand what they mean with this. Are they describing some arbitrary set of multiple bonuses that people are running? And then they're removing this from it? I don't... The sets were mentioned in one of the last posts. Oh! Okay, so we would have to dig up the last post to figure out what they're talking about. It's so convoluted. How the fuck my finance job with Excel is easier to understand than this shit? Okay. New calculators. In our eagerness to share the details of the upcoming change with you as soon as possible, the calculators we originally shared were not the most user-friendly. First of all, we needed them to show how conversion works and the earnings and the current and new systems compare. Now we're ready to share a more convenient representation of the conversion calculator. If you're logged into the portal, all your camo and signal slots will be automatically taken into account and you will be able to know how many bonuses you will get. Okay. Your economic bonuses in the current system. This is all the signals I have. This is all the camos I have. Okay, let's see signals. Leviathan 277. That should be pretty easy to verify. Leviathan 277. It's... What are the Leviathan signals? These? 277. Yeah, okay. Wait, it's not counting the ones I have equipped? Because I have these equipped on a lot of ships. I assume once it goes live, it will count the ones that are equipped. I hope once it goes live, this is like just an indicator. Hopefully. Okay. Hopefully. I hope I don't lose all the ones I have equipped. Surely not. They would take into account that a lot of people have a lot of ships with a lot of flags equipped, right? They would take that into account. They would consider it. Surely. Surely it just demounts them all. Surely. Surely they would take that into account. Surely. 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 They did say they take into account the amount of stuff. Okay. Okay. So this is the signals I have, this is the camos I have. Okay, economic bonuses. I will get 120% bonus, 1017 40% credit bonuses, 548 160% credit bonus, 1320. Okay, where does this come from? Where does the 1320 bonus come from? Why do I only get one? Where does it come from? 160% credit bonus. Is that a lot? That doesn't sound like a lot. 160% credit bonus? That doesn't sound like a lot. That really doesn't sound like a lot. 160% credit bonus? Like right now I can put a Gamescom on. I get 50% credits. Then I can put on one of these and I'm at 70%. I'm at 120%. I'm at 155%. I'm at 175%. I'm at 205%. So I can reach 205% just by setting a couple flags on. But I'm gonna be stuck with 160 max. Can you set multiple of these at once, or can you only activate one? You can only activate one. Okay, so that's gonna minimize the maximum stuff I can get. I think you can only activate one of each type, yes. So that 205 was my old max, now I can only run 160 really. Interesting. Also, a lot of 40%. Not sure what this is about. 1001 40%. 1001 40%. I mean, I got 20%, 1300. How do I get so few of them? Shit, wasn't it like 500, 106? I don't know how they really calculated. You can merge bonuses lower or higher. Fair enough. XP wise, we got a lot of 200, a couple of 800%, and only one 1.6. I'd like to know where this one big comes from. They did change the base XP value, so that's going to affect it. You're right, you're right. They changed the base XP, so it's very hard for us to really calculate what we're getting, because we don't know what the base XP value is going to be exactly. A lot of Commander XP ones. Oh, I get a ton of these. 319, 1,600% Commander XP. And a shit ton of free XP ones. 7.2k free XP, 300? Jesus, that's a lot of free XP. The problem is, of course, Wargaming has already told us that they're not going to release any free XP ships anymore. They kind of, in case you didn't notice, they kind of stopped making free XP ships at one point. They kind of stopped making free XP ships. It was kind of sus. Like, people were like, "Hey, when's the next free XP ship?" Like, I think they released what, Hayate or something, or was it Gröningen, which was a copy of the Friesland, and it's been like years since. And there hasn't really been anything since then. And people were like, hey, what happened to the free XP ships? Like, when's the next one coming? And then they were like, oh, yeah, there's no more coming. We stopped it. It's not going to happen. They want you to spend free XP on Research Bureau now. So that's why all the new ships are in the Research Bureau. And of course, I mean, if you calculate how much free XP a Research Bureau ship costs, what is it? How much a full reset line reset cost? How much did a full reset line cost? How much was it a full reset line cost? Was it like 670k? $667k for huddle. 640, about 650. 670. I think it was about 670k for the huddle line. And you get what? 10,200, right? So you need like 6 resets. So you need 6 times 675. So you need about 6 resets to be able to afford most of the things. Some of this are even more. Ohio needs another reset. So this is 4 million free XP. So these are basically our new free XP ships, but they kind of covertly doubled the price. Also, it costs a lot of credits now. In the past, when you bought the ship, it was 2 million free XP, and then you paid like 1 doubloon to get the ship. Now it's paying for the full respec or the full line reset, all the modules, mounting them, dismounting them, the doubloons involved in dismounting special modules, all the free XP that now adds up to 4 million. So the cost of these ships has basically skyrocketed in terms of free XP and other resources. So I guess they got tired of doubling the cost. The first free XP ships were 350k, then they become 700k, then they became 1 million, then they became 2 million. And now it's 4 million plus extra, so it's been doubling basically all the time. So yeah, that's basically what has happened to free XP. Wait, where's the double? Oops, did I accidentally close that? Let me open this again. Okay, so we did check the calculators. Calculator instruction. There might be error. We do not recommend creating your own calculator, modifying provider. There might be errors. Okay. Okay, what happens to the economic bonuses of permanent camos? Current bonus. Minus 10% cost, 50% XP. Well, that becomes a lot better. This perm camo becomes a lot better. This becomes a lot better. Like shit tons better. This one becomes a ton better as well. And this is the one. Wow, this one becomes a ton better as well. This one becomes a ton better. The XP bonus boosts your free XP, Commander XP, yes, but you also get 100% extra on them. Oh, XP will no longer give Commander plus free XP? Really? Are they changing that? Are they unlocking Commander XP, base XP from Commander XP? They are? Oh. Well, then it doesn't become that much better at all. That's a big change. Because this 100 XP already implied these things. Oh, okay. Then it actually they're decoupling it. I didn't realize they were decoupling base XP. Never mind. Then it's actually not becoming better. It is becoming clearer though. I will give it to that. It is become clearing because many people didn't know that increasing your XP also increased your base XP and your Commander XP, which honestly didn't make any sense to begin with. So they're making it more obvious what the bonus is giving, and I don't really mind that. I don't really mind that. This is just more user-friendly. I'm not sure about this. The cost changes though. I think this might be worse for potato players, this change. Because if you struggle with your post-battle service cost, this is going to hurt. But on the other hand, if you're a really good player, getting a bigger bonus from your performance is going to benefit you more. So this is one of those changes that I think poor players will suffer a bit from and good players will benefit a bit from, I suspect. I think potatoes are going to suffer more from the credit changes. For researchable ship, permanent bonuses are available from purchase from tier 5. For premium ships, permanent bonuses are active by default. Base post-battle service cost of researchable ships will be reduced from 120k to 115k credits for tier 9 and from 180 to 150k for tier 10. Okay. The value of the bonus is lower because the base income of free XP with the release of the changes will be doubled. Oh! Thus, all permanent camouflage bonuses of super ships will be higher than in the current system. In addition, there are a number of permanent camos with non-standard bonuses. Interesting. Are they taking into account all of them? I can't do like that. Interesting. Clan-test volunteer moderator. Super test veteran. Interesting. Kobayashi? How much is Kobayashi? Kobayashi used to be the big moneymaker. This might be a nerf. Depends on how much they change the post-battle service cost, but this might be a nerf. This looks like a nerf to me. I guess it depends on the quality of the game. If you have a bad game, then it's a nerf. If you have a good game, it might be a small benefit. I don't remember what the service cost actually was. Tier 8 was pretty cheap. Yeah, Tier 8 isn't that high maintenance. Tier 8 is pretty cheap, so it might be 50% of a small number compared to a plus 45% of a larger number. So Tier 8 service costs are very low. What will happen with permanent camos not bound to a certain ship? Will be converted in two separate entities. A permanent economic bonus corresponding to the standard bonus of the said tier. Permanent camo which affects only the appearance of the ship. These two permanent entities don't have to be attached to the same ship. The camo can be attached to one ship and the bonus to another. That's pretty cool. Will the permanent economic bonuses be better than the standard ones? We are not planning to make superior economic bonuses available once the change is released. Only standard bonuses will be available. How will expendable camos be acquired? Certain linked to partnership status, especially rare ones, recruiting kingdoms in gold. Available camos can be auto-purchased for credits as well as more camo container. Camouflages will cost between 22.5 and 90k credits. Fair enough. What will be the price of economic bonuses? The following bonus will be available for auto purchase. Credits, XP. Price in dubs. Oh, you can pay doubloons for these bonuses. Interesting. I think they want people to be running auto renew for the bonuses and spending a lot of dubs per game. Okay. Current used bonuses. Price, new system. Credits, wait. 20% credit. Wait, what is the order different? The 20% credits here is the 20% credits here. The 100% XP is the 50% XP here. The 100% commander XP is the 50% commander XP. The 300% free XP is the 300% free. So that's the same. Free XP is the same. Credits is the same. Commander XP goes up. Doubles. Standard XP doubles. Actually, Commander XP go, yeah, those two double. But then you pay 10 extra. 33% more XP. Yeah. Wait, free XP? What do you mean 33% more free XP? The free XP is the same. You have 33% free XP here, or 300% free XP here and 300 free XP here. How is that 33% more free XP? Why are they fucking in different positions? It's like made to make sure it's as confusing as possible. But how do you get more free XP if the free XP is the same, but they said that they were like unlinking base XP from free XP? Because if in the current system, base XP is linked to free XP. So if you get a lot of free XP, you should get more. If you get a lot of base XP, you should get more free XP. So this should be affecting this, and you should be getting more compared to this, which is less. So how is this 33% more? Oh yeah, because they increased the base free XP bonus, but that's not being shown here. Because you don't know where. How much did they increase the base free XP? It's now 10%, not 5%. Yo, I wish they showed that change here as well, and I wish this wasn't like all over the place. Holy, this is made extra confusing. But why does it say income difference 33% more XP and free XP when there's 50% commander XP here and 100% here? Isn't there 50% more commander XP then as well? Or how does that work? Where does this extra 50% go? It's not mentioned. What? I am confused. So confused. I think they just mean commander XP, but that's not 33.3% more commander XP. It's plus 50 to plus 100. That's a 50% increase. Or, I mean, technically it's doubling the amount, so it's a 100% increase, but it's 50% like flat value more. What? This should be 100% more, because if you go from plus 50 to plus 100, it's doubles the value. Like, I don't understand anything of this chart. Maybe I'm just too dumb to understand this. That might be an option, honestly. I'm gonna entertain that option, but this seems highly confusingly presented. Since it's now unlinked, the commander XP does not get bonuses from base XP. True. But that's not being shown what the changes are. Whatever. Equal speed Charlie, London Papa Papa Zulu Hotel type. Oh god, they moved them around again! So 150% XP, here you get 200. 300% free XP, here you get, where's the free XP? Wait, here, 600%, okay? 50% commander XP. That's on the same spot. Credits is here, 2020. Why do they move them around? Why? Why do you hate us? Why do you do this? Is this part of that superior UX experience that they made a video about? The video that was downvoted to hell, the user interface experience? %20 more XP and 40% free XP. Okay. But because they don't show us the modifiers, it's really hard to tell what's happening. Because what we see here is 150% XP, and then we see here 200% XP, which is a 50% increase, but you actually only get 20%. And you go from 300% free XP to 600% free XP, but you actually only get 40% more free XP. This is not very intuitive, like, at a glance. Is it? It's not very intuitive to read, is it? I mean, if this is supposed to be simplifying it and making it easy to read and understand, I'm sorry, Wargaming, but you failed. You failed. Like, this is... Or 1,000 people watching this just going, what the fuck am I reading? Will it be possible? The issue is that they're not showing us the... I wish they would show us so we could compare them, like the original numbers, without having to open a separate tab and go to a separate devlog to look up what the changes were previously. I wish they would be listed here so we could use them to do the math on the place, but... Will it be possible to sell economic bonuses and expendable camouflages? You will be able to sell economic bonuses and purchasable camouflages for credits. With the release of the change, the following daily containers will be available. More credits, more combat, trader luck, more coal, more camouflages. Interesting. You can separately just select coal now. An example with concrete numbers would be nice. Indeed, that would be very nice. Like, what I would like to see is Bob played a game and Bob did this and this much damage, and he earned this and this and this, and with the modifiers he earned this and this and this. The modifiers, and then an example of that in the current system, and then an example of that in the new system. That's what I would like to see, a concrete example of how they're affecting the game, instead of percentages all over the place. Use a clan battle game, exactly. It gives flat out 2.5k base. It's a set number of it's a set value every time. But instead we have this. What will become of economic and special signals? With the release of the update, these signals will be removed from the game. However, many players like it when their ship carries a large number of signals. Now we're thinking about different options for additional decorations for ships through various customization elements. It is too early to talk about any specific options or details, because these are still only just ideas. However, there is a possibility that signals removed from the game may appear in future as one of these visual elements. Wait, will we have this new system live on public test, chat? Will this new system be live on public test? Any chance? Is it here? I don't think it is. I don't think it's too early for that. No, it's too early for that. It's not there. Unfortunate. I would have liked to like test it live to figure out what the hell is going on. Because right now, that for me, that was about as clear as mud, and I came out of that devlog feeling dumber. So it worked. Yeah, that really didn't clear up anything for me.